versus History. I'm joined by Horatio Gould.
Hello.
And this is the final part, the softly spoken Horatio Gould. This is
Hello.
Yeah.
This is our fourth part. You're right, Charlie.
Yeah, just if Churchill sounded like that.
Fight them on the beaches, and then maybe fight them on the landing grounds.
Yeah, we'll never surrender.
What was that?
No, we won't give up.
Sorry?
If this island story is to end,
Speak up.
Yeah, there's a lot of wet dads actually that I meet that sound a bit like
Not
that.
like this.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Do they have small coffees?
Small what?
They're like small, like the little, fancy coffees.
There's a real. I don't know. There's just a real. You can sort of track the dad.
These guys are like middle class London dads.
Yeah, the defeated London dad who's like, this is what a feminist looks like.
Yeah.
All that kind of thing.
No, I work full time and I'm the full time.
I'm a full time dad, and it's fine actually.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine.
Actually,
because
a real man.
a real man looks after their
Speaks
kids
like this.
and speaks like this. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Because there's lots of toxic masculinity about, when actually this is what an ideal man sounds like.
Yeah, I don't even fuck my wife because that's toxic. I just sort of I just hide in the fridge and wait for her to finish herself off because I'm a real feminist. Anyway, welcome back. This is episode 4.
Yep.
The fourth parts are always pretty sloppy.
Save space for toxic masculinity.
Yeah, I think I'm quite openly toxic.
Yeah.
I'm fighting toxic masculinity.
Yes, exactly.
We are at Dunkirk. There's 338,000 toxic males on a beach.
Bonnie Blues licking her lips, about to turn it into Cumkirk.
Their male privilege, they're left there. And if the feminists were in charge, if it had been Winifred Churchill, she would have gone, let them sink into the sea.
Yeah.
Let's start the whole thing again.
Exactly.
They've made a mess.
Brilliant. We can just scissor each other at home.
Let's scissor each other at home until this whole thing blows over. We're talking, believe it or not, about Dunkirk.
The British love of queuing.
Yes, that's all.
Builds into it.
That's all. It's men.
It's
queuing
Titanic's very similar. It's like everyone's like saying, very proud of the kind of stoic waiting to die.
Yeah.
Same people here, isn't it?
It's just,
lined up, waiting to die.
The image of just men just waiting patiently.
It's like a post office queue, but you die at the end, and there'll still be Brits going, it's taking a while.
What are they? Why are
what
they taking
places to be? I need to fucking die now.
Yeah.
I want to get a good spot in the afterlife.
Is it Christmas, is it? Oh, it's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. God, you've thought with Amazon, I've never sorted this out by now. It's an absolute nightmare at Christmas post office.
Can you hurry up? Dying, please.
I would like to die, please. There's Nazis 2 miles away. Can you hurry up? So, we're on a beach in Dunkirk. There's 300,000 British men looking awkward.
Yeah.
It's kind of peak.
BumFurk.
Sorry?
Dunkirk. BumFurk. Bumfuck.
Really scraping.
Sounding it out there.
Really scraping the barrel. It turns out 300,000 blokes on a beach is not loads happens for 4 episodes, but it's an amazing. It is an amazingly powerful thing that happens.
Start the boats.
So 300,000 men are on a beach. Tennant, who's the guy,
Time Lord.
Not David Tennant. Yeah. He's on the 29th of May.
Did he invent Tennants, the homeless pint cans?
No, he didn't invent Tennants. This is another Tennant.
Right.
This is the third Tennant.
Okay.
Not the beer guy, not the Doctor Who.
The Christopher Nolan film Tennant's not a biopic.
Not Tennant, no, or whatever that's called.
So he's gone back in time.
Yeah.
To do this in reverse or whatever the film is about. Couldn't really follow it.
The Christopher Nolan, I watched a really shit Christopher Nolan film the other day.
Which one?
He loves time stuff. The one, it's called like Memory or something,
Memento.
That's one of his best ones.
Fucking shite.
That's a good film.
I didn't understand it at all.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah, but you said, I can't see or hear.
Yeah, I'm getting my eyes and ears.
Was that on air? Did we talk about it on air?
I don't think he said that on air.
No.
Yeah, Charlie, before we started this series, quite flippantly said, I need to, I'm testing to see, because I can't see or hear.
Yeah, and you've been working with us for 6 months now, and you've just said that as a podcast producer, you can't see or hear. So when we ask you, are we recording on picture and sound, you're like, well, I guess so.
He's basically Krill.
I pushed 2 buttons. I pushed 2 buttons.
I'm going to get Specsavers and they get...
Yeah, Memento, that's one of his better ones.
No, it's not. I didn't... nothing happens. It's all filmed backwards.
Well, you would think that because you can't fucking see or hear. Basically being produced by Helen fucking Keller. That's essentially what this podcast is. It's The Rest is History if it was hosted by a Nazi apologist and produced by Helen Keller. That's what this show is. Anyway, Ramsey, I don't know who that is. He puts out a call for small boats to help. Because on the 29th of May, they've realised there's a big mole, big breakwater. They're like, let's line up all the guys on the mole and then we can evacuate them that way. Now, bear in mind that the reason the Luftwaffe they're meant to be like, they've been charged with destroying us.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah, we know it's us. You don't need to.
No.
Yeah.
Us, the good guys, the British.
Yeah,
us.
you don't need to.
Yeah, no, not the.
We get it.
Not the horrible stinking Nazis in their 1,000-year dream Reich.
No,
not their beautiful.
You don't need to keep expanding on it.
Fever dream. What if? Imagine, not that.
That's implicit.
Yeah, no. Of course, you can't take things for granted. There's some terrible people with terrible opinions out there.
Yeah. Imagine.
The great sliding doors moment. This is Cameron Diaz. Is she
Very
in that
different film? No, it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Very different film.
Yeah.
It's
got a Dido soundtrack.
I prefer this film.
What? Sliding
Doors, but it's of a death train.
Explain. So what's the premise? What's the sliding doors moment of the death train?
I guess Hitler's on a train and the doors close and those were the doors to get to...
I mean, the sliding doors as he gets into art school, isn't it?
But then he wouldn't be Hitler.
Don't look so serious.
So sad.
So sad.
No, that's not the slide. The sliding doors is this. This is Hitler's sliding doors.
But then he wouldn't be Hitler.
Gwyneth Paltrow, through her lifestyle brand Goop, has suggested that squatting while urinating in the shower can be beneficial for pelvic floor health. Pelvic floor is a women's issue, Charlie.
Shower floor.
It's a women's issue.
Covered in stinky old
Men
piss.
don't have pelvic floor.
Yeah, with cocky ceiling.
Cock ceiling.
Anyway, so basically the evacuation of Dunkirk, you've had a huge fucking Indian, and it's when when it takes you like 7 shits to clear it out.
Yes.
You just keep going back to the toilet, and you don't know what's going to come out.
It's like me.
Sometimes it's just rabbit pellets.
After our cricket day out,
yeah,
I had a bum collapse before lunch.
Exactly. But you have to keep getting different boats to ferry away.
Yeah,
it's basically 300,000 men were stuck in your tummy.
Yeah,
and you had to just at different points.
Every point, just small boats, just little trips, chip away the total, just chipping it down in singles. On the 29th of May, so bear in mind the night before they've evacuated 17,000, the day before that 7,000. They're trying to get 40,000 in 48. But the real key is they realise they can use this mole, this breakwater, and also they start making this pier out of lorries. They get all the lorries.
Lorry pier.
They get a lorry pier, right? They get all their lorries because they've got loads of kit and they're just leaving it.
Yeah,
it's like
they're doing dirt bikes over the lorry pier.
Yeah, it's Evil Knieveling home. That's what they're doing. They get lorries
one at a time,
and they deflate all the tires, and then they push them into the sea and they put wooden planks on top of them, and they realise that that's steady enough to walk out. Which is kind of creative thinking. I mean, this is what you'd say brings out the best in British kind of thinking outside the box.
Yeah,
backed against the wall, cornered. What are they going to do? Think outside the box.
Yeah. Think outside the box with something innovative and boring.
Yes.
That's British.
That's British.
Back to the corner. I guess that is quite a good idea.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Why don't we make a pier out of lorries?
Bag, keep our trail mix in it, keeps it fresher.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks,
that's a good idea. Yeah. Why don't we have a backpack with a little bum bag that we could take on a walk? Oh, that's a very good idea, actually. Yeah.
Boring, but I'm glad you're thinking of it.
Yeah, someone is.
Brazilians are like, yeah, we'll be shagging, but I'm glad you guys are thinking
I'm glad you've found a way of keeping your trail mix dry. Someone needs to. Nothing worse than soggy trail mix in a 10-hour carnival fuck session. So, bear in mind, Goering has persuaded Hitler that he wants... Stop. We have to get through.
BumFurk.
That was poor.
That was really poor.
Goering is good, though, and I feel that you're judging me because of my past failures. Herman Goering... Mate,
because he's on
man.
Yeah, okay,
it's
fine.
Not bad.
BumFurk
was bad.
BumFurk's bad. BumFurk's
you miss every shot you don't take. BumFurk.
It
sounds sort of like Dutch.
You'd already said cumder.
Yeah, that wasn't good either.
No. Christ. Listen, Goering has been charged with annihilating the BF by air. Yeah. But, much like cricket, God is on our side with the weather.
Right.
Okay? In that it's cloudy. And yet flat seas.
What's bad about that?
Well, no, normally if it's cloudy up top, it's choppy seas. But I'm just saying it's perfect conditions for an evacuation. So why this gets called the miracle...
Green and pleasant land, Jerusalem plays, God's on our side.
Right. So, but why it gets called a miracle is that so many things come together to enable this evacuation.
Yeah.
There's the cloud cover, which means the dive bombers can't actually strafe the beach. There's the whole order that Hitler gives to the panzers, which means that that buys us time. There's 7,000 brave boys, some of which are French, weirdly, dying for us.
Well, it's French taking their berries off, putting bowler hats on and pretending they're English.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
really bad. I am English.
Yeah, well, actually, a lot of French people get away at Dunkirk, which is, I don't think that's cricket.
What do you mean? They get on the boats?
Yeah, 100,000 of the 338,000 are French.
Really?
Yes, which does not get said enough.
But it's more like, I think a lot of people did shout at them to defend your own country.
I think so. That's what I'd be shouting if I was there. I was like, what the fuck are you doing getting on this boat?
Well, I'd be waiting on the other side saying, start the boat, and then as soon as the French fleet comes off, stop the boats.
Right, stop them, close the gate. Sorry, mate. Back you go. So what they're doing, there's a line just outside Dunkirk, but at this point on the 29th, Hitler's gone, right, Panzers again. Yeah. Panzers again. Blob. Right, gets the Panzers going again. So the ring is tightening, not just Hitler's. The ring is tightening around Dunkirk. And
what was that, mein Führer? Over the radio. I think there's a bit...
There's some interference
I told you, Panzers... No!
There's some interference on the line. Herr Kommandant, mein Führer... Are you going through a tunnel? I can't quite hear you. What are you... Anyway. Farsi Hitler's on the charge. And so what the Brits are doing, by the way, is that they better leave just all their kit, all their weapons, all their jeeps, all their tanks.
Fuck.
Like the entire army is in France, and they're just like, right, get all the men, fuck everything else.
Right.
But they don't want it to fall into the hands of the Germans, so they basically start pouring porridge into the engines of the jeeps. They pour like oats and sand, anything they can find, just like shove some beef in the engine, just like make sure that can't work, so you don't.
Would that ruin a car forever?
Well, I don't know, but I guess they're just guessing. They're like, we've got to, fuck, what have you got? I've got some porridge in a tin. We'll put that in the engine, see what happens.
British bats to the corner. They're not all going to be good ideas.
No, the Lorry Pier worked, but this porridge car is really not taking off. But
someone lobbing marmalade sandwiches at the Panzers.
I don't know. Will this stop them? It worked for Paddington Bear. Maybe it'll stop Hitler. I don't know.
So the Germans can't bomb because of the cloudy... Because it still feels like you've got to be bombing us now. You should be trying everything you can.
Listen, there's 300,000 men on a beach looking up, praying for deliverance, and you got some Nazi bombers.
Part of me is like, what do you mean? Well, just give it a go.
Surely
put all of your bombs in the 300,000. We're all there.
It's 10 Mile Beach, but they can't. I mean, as we discovered in the history of flight, this is only 40 years into flying. This is to place this. Right? This is 1940. This is 6 or 7 years after Amelia Earhart sort of signalled the end of female pilots.
Yeah, air crash.
Amelia Air Crash.
Airport.
Amelia Airport, as Charlie calls her. Amelia Airport signalled the turn from female pilots to air stewardesses. And it's just before the pill was invented.
Right. Is it?
Yes, the pill was invented in the 60s.
Was it? Oh, yes, that was okay.
Which, as we know, was the death knell for the economy.
Because the shagging. Oh, no, because they're now going to go in the workforce.
Women can now work.
Right, yeah. Never recovered, really.
The economy is yet to recover.
I still don't quite understand
why women work.
I just don't get it.
I still don't understand it.
I feel, once again, not saying that I would be a good military commander, but I do reckon I could have done a better job.
I think what we're learning is that actually we would be very good military commanders.
They're all there. Just think of something.
Try a bit harder.
I mean, they're thinking of porridge cars and stuff. You think outside the box.
They're
all
literally
sat there and they're going to be there for 2 days.
They're pouring porridge into cars. They're completely out of ideas. They're fucked.
Even if you just lob as many bombs as you can over the wall of the beach or whatever.
But it must be said, there's also rearguard actions all along the corridor, which does not get mentioned in the story.
Brave rearguard action.
Because everyone's thinking about the boats and the imagery of all the little boats coming, but no one actually thinks about all the rearguard fighting and the corridor to Dunkirk. Yeah. So the water systems around Dunkirk had all been turned off. So the troops are looting bars, they're getting drunk. Obviously, they're on a beach, right? It's like all inclusive.
It's like a little beach
and again, and again, and again.
Coconuts.
Swim up bar, all that. So waiting on the beach, they're standing in chest-high water in order to access all the little smaller boats that start coming from... Because what they worked out they could do is get the small boats and they could go into the shallow water, pick them up, and then take them to the bigger boats a bit further out, which would then take them back to Britain. So this just constant shuttle running, as you said, 10 shits.
While they're waiting, they've got snorkels on, armbands.
Yeah. And on the beach... and this is what makes you so proud to be British, soldiers waited in orderly queues and warded off impatient troops with guns. There's a story about how in one of the rearguard actions near the Dunkirk town, someone was like, "You're going to fight to the death," and they were like, "Oh, but I'm just going to try and get on a boat or whatever." And they were like, "If you cross this tree line, I'm going to shoot at you." And then one of the officers did, and they just shot him.
Oh, I don't know why I thought the story was going, but
it just tells you how, like, you know, there were people that died so Dunkirk could happen, could live
yeah,
in our minds.
Yeah. So
And
people died so people could queue.
People died for us to make fun of this. You should remember that.
I mean, got to think what this podcast would be if the Nazis had taken over. It might be an anti-Nazi podcast.
This would just be a sort of, I don't know what it would be. It'd be like fucking the news agents. Nazi news agents.
Emily Mummulus.
Or Emily Mutilus. Lewis Goodall. That man says every synonym he can think for a word before he moves on to the next word.
It's like, we get it. You're insecure about coming from Birmingham.
It's absolutely infuriating to listen to.
He's just got that like posh accent where he's flattened all of his Midlandsness.
But he'll also go, Starmer is discombobulated, confused, unraveling.
We've done this with
trembling.
Brand. Guess what he turned out to be?
Exactly. Just like pick a word, Lewis, and then move on to the next word. That's what talking is. I know there's lots of different words, but you're meant to use one to mean one thing and then carry on the sentence. Yeah. Anyway, 29th of May. I reckon they're having a nice time. They're singing. It's a beach. You know, it's a beach. British they don't have pebble beaches mainly. No. So, you know, they're like, oh, the sandy beach is nice. They've got the towels out.
Sandcastles.
Building sandcastles. Yeah. Maybe they're building like snow angels. They're burying them in the sand with petits. Oh, a bit of fun, isn't it? Bit of fun. Anyway, on this day, this is the crucial day, because of the big mole, 47,310 British troops are evacuated, which overtakes the original number that was aimed in Dynamo in one day. So now they start thinking, fuck, I reckon we might be able to get everyone out now.
So originally, with ambitious ideas of what Dynamo could be, they just thought it'd be like, ideally, like 30,000 people. Yeah,
they were like 40,000 in 2 days would be amazing. That would be incredible. And then the rest are just fucked.
The Germans fucked it.
They
absolutely fucked it.
That's what I've been saying. Hitler, after this, shouldn't be able to sleep at night. That's what I'd say to him. If I'd say to him after Dunkirk, I don't know how you sleep at night. I think you should be ashamed.
You should be ashamed.
That was an open goal. I
know, it's a Holocaust. No, Dunkirk.
No. I'm not letting you get off the hook for Dunkirk.
Stop bringing up the Holocaust. Who gives a fuck?
Whatever. You had an open goal there, and you fucking Fernando Torres'd it. You had too much time to think.
I mean, there was more people on the beach in Dunkirk than you killed in the Holocaust.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. So we move to the 30th of May. By this point, it's starting to look up. The RAF and the Luftwaffe are always fighting above the clouds. So on the beach, like you see this in the Nolan film, where someone's like goes to the RAF guy. Well, where were you? Where the fuck were you then?
Right.
But they're all the fighting's happening above the clouds.
So he says I was above the clouds.
I was above the clouds. You couldn't see because there were clouds.
All right.
He's like, blah, blah, blah. So the Luftwaffe are fighting above the clouds, but they're also, they are like the Stuka dive bombers, which are terrifying. And I think the noise of the X-Wing, not the X-Wing, the TIE fighter in Star Wars, that noise is based off the dive bomber noise, I think. I'd
hate to be dive bombed.
They'd just come out of the clouds and just be like, oh, fuck.
And the planes are still pretty new as well.
As we say, they're sort of 30, they've only just realised women can't fly them. That's how new they are. Oh, hang on. The TIE fighter sound is a combination of an elephant call and the sound of a car driving on wet pavement.
I don't think it is.
When does a car drive on a wet pavement? What, like a sort of Prius Christmas market situation?
Did George Lucas, does that happen once? And he was like, that's brilliant.
That's a great sound. What's that sound?
Car on wet pavement.
Is that an elephant driving a car through a wet pavement? Yeah, so the dive bombers, they're coming out of the clouds and they're trying to bomb the ships, but it's like a needle in a haystack. It's very hard for them to do it. So they don't actually
hit many at all.
No.
And also, the smaller the ships, the harder they are to hit. So
yeah, and there's something about basically pretty much all the ships didn't get hit or something. Not that
they
many.
Didn't do any damage.
So on the 30th of May, all remaining British divisions and half the French First Army are now behind the defensive line of the canals. So they've managed to get all the way behind the defence. The Panzers are withdrawn from the battle officially because we must not forget they've been doing meth for 2 weeks straight at this point. And the RAF are defending the troops from the Luftwaffe, and they're able to sink one transport and damage 12 others, but 53,823 men are evacuated, all from the East Mole. So by this point, people are like, okay, we're cooking now.
Yeah,
now
we're cooking with gas.
31st of May, Gort, the man who had masterminded the retreat, he gets 68,000 troops
still getting slagged off,
including some French soldiers.
Okay, maybe we should be slagged off.
Maybe, yeah. And then Alexander is left in charge of a 4,000 strong rearguard defence. The 1st of June, the Luftwaffe destroy 4 destroyers.
Okay, so they do destroy some vessels.
Okay, and 27 smaller vessels. But 62,000 troops evacuated.
Big numbers.
And then on the 2nd of June, the last of the BEF are evacuated. The BEF. And Tennant, who's the guy leading it, he gets a megaphone. And bear in mind, everyone's gone. And he gets a megaphone and he goes up and down the beach in a little boat going, any British? Yeah. Any British? Anyone? This is your final call. Yeah. Last orders. Ding, 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 ding. And no one answers. And then he goes back.
He rings the bell.
He rings the bell. Come on, last orders. 26,000 go. And then by the 3rd of June, they go back and get 75,000 more French, which I think is a disgrace.
Yeah. So now they're just doing victory laps.
Yeah, they're like, well, we'll get some French then if we want.
I mean, this is crazy.
And then the remaining 40,000 French soldiers surrender on the 4th of June, I guess because we're just like, no, I can't be asked.
Well, they're like, can you let us stay here? We really like surrendering. So,
what have you found, Charlie?
Our editor Jim's granddad was on the final boat out of Dunkirk, and that was the
HMS. The last one?
The HMS Shakira?
The HMS Shikari.
Oh, right.
What anime nerd named that?
It's a Jim's dad somewhere on that.
Her ship don't lie.
Granddad, even.
Last one. I mean, that's
so like, shout out to Jim's
that's the dream
grandpa.
if you're a Brit, right?
The last.
You want to be the last one on?
Yeah.
Last one off the beach.
Last chopper out of Saigon.
Yeah.
Yes, Jim's granddad was the last man to fuck Bonnie Blue.
What a hero. Last man standing.
So at the conclusion of Dunkirk, 338,226 troops evacuated over 9 days. Only 59% were British.
So the foreigners on small boats crossing the channel.
It starts here. And we did it to ourselves. 39% were French.
Yeah.
This is never talked about.
Yeah. There was a lot of Indian soldiers there, part of the Commonwealth.
Yeah. 39% are French.
Yeah.
And they, all we've done is we've just gone, well, why don't you come over here and surrender?
Yeah. Do you want to surrender over here?
Do you want to surrender here or over there?
Yeah.
1,000 ships and vessels participate in the evacuation, including around 700 civilian crafts. So there's this image of like in the film, just like
pedlos.
Yeah, flintoffs in a pedlo.
Pissed in a pedlo, picking up one at a time.
Like just random people. Some bloke comes into a pub in Kent and goes, "Oh, they needed a Dunkirk. Everyone get in a boat." But actually, the Navy just requisitioned it. The Navy just took all the boats.
Yeah,
and it was.
Oh, so it wasn't this like.
No, there was like maybe I don't know, maybe 30, 50 people, civilians who actually manned it. But it was mainly just Navy just taking boats.
Yeah.
But we should talk about one of the amazing stories is that Lightoller.
Yeah,
who was one of the commanding officers in the Titanic, and maybe
remember
the highest...
Lightoller from the Titanic series?
Not the Ayatollah, not Ayatollah Khomeini. I guess
I'm trying to think. 'Cause we talk about so much history. I'm always like trying to see if it's like trying to teach like an AI's information from a base.
It's difficult. He can't see or hear.
He can't see or hear.
He's just hit the microphone with his head.
We've done so many history. I'm always like, when we build a link between episodes, I just wonder if there's like a connection being made. So I just thought with Lightoller,
bless him, there is.
Even for me, I was looking at Lightoller from Titanic. I was like, I can't believe these 2 episodes.
Yeah,
we didn't plan these together, and now these characters are
re-emerging.
Popping up.
Yeah,
I thought you'd have a moment, and you're like, what, the Ayatollah was?
Well, hang on, the Ayatollah was at Dunkirk. What, in a boat? The Ayatollah got in a boat, came from Iran.
No wonder he's so grumpy.
Yeah, it was a fucking big old journey in a small boat. Dr. Grumpykins all the way. No, it's not the Ayatollah. Bless you, Charlie. It's Lieutenant Lightoller, who I think was in the Titanic series. Was it the Lightoller and someone else?
Lightoller and Murdoch, was it?
Yeah.
Who were two sides of the boat.
Yes.
They were commanders getting people off from either side.
And they were
who was the one who was slightly worse than the other?
Well, they were the ones that had differing interpretations of women and children first, didn't they?
Right.
And one of them supposedly shoots himself. So I guess it's not him, is it? It's not Lightoller. Yeah. If he then later... But
Lightoller doesn't take a boat.
No.
He holds on to... He's one of the few people who gets rescued from...
but how old would he be? He must be quite old at this point. Charles Lightoller.
Born in 74.
Old.
Is he in his early? No, he's in his late 60s when he does this.
I'll be screaming, coward!
Coward!
He comes back alive from the Titanic. Coward!
He comes back to Dunkirk and I'm not getting on that ship. You're a coward. You went down with your ship.
I mean, it is a bit like him getting out of both of these. I would be looking at him like,
No,
I feel like there's something.
if I'm on the beach and he's like, oh, have you got sailing experience? Yeah, I was on the Titanic. Well, I'm not getting in your boat. I'm a fucking idiot.
Wait, I think Lightoller was on the Titanic.
That might be it.
That
might be the dumbest.
That might be the. I think that's the stupidest.
I
thing
think that's the stupidest thing you've ever said.
I think that's.
And you're a fucking idiot. Everything you say is stupid. That's the stupidest thing.
What do you think? We've said the word Titanic several times, right? In the last 2 minutes. We've said the word Titanic so many times.
What's the point of this podcast?
I don't know.
If we say history and then 15 minutes later, Charlie's like, just says it again. Completely mind blown.
It's just gaslighting is what it is. It's constant gaslighting. It makes me think.
You know when you said the Ayatollah? That's when I was saying, bringing up the Lightollers on the Titanic.
Right. I thought you meant
And
he was,
you're like,
he
the
was in
Ayatollah
Dunkirk.
went for a swim.
I actually thought you guys were going to be really happy that I realised that.
No. So yeah, he was at Dunkirk. That's why we're talking about it. And he was also. But we're talking about it because.
So he survived the Titanic. That's pretty mad.
Yeah,
so Charlie, you know the series now we're doing on Dunkirk?
You know, in your massive headphones.
Yeah.
You know the series that's going into your headphones right now.
And we're currently talking into your ears. So,
Right.
so these aren't your thoughts. These are us speaking.
Maybe I just heard you and then it got through.
You forgot.
I forgot. And now
Your brain ordered a halt order on new information.
Yeah. There's a big halt order. When's that halt order going to be rescinded, by the way? When are they going to fix your brain?
I don't know. This week I'm going to go Specsavers and
I don't think Specsavers will work on your brain, Charlie.
eyes, ears and head.
Can you do anything for my head? Have you got? Is there a head savers I can go to? Spac savers. That's what you need. Fucking hell. Right, Christ, that's really just taking the wind out of me.
That was
just the most phenomenally stupid thing that's ever.
That's the dumbest he's ever been.
The dumbest he's ever been.
Yeah,
I
genuinely, like took my breath away.
Well, there was silence. There was dead air. That's how much we were both just shocked. We were staring at Charlie's realization there, the way Hitler would be staring at a deserted Dunkirk beach on the 4th of June. Like, I can't.
How's this happened?
How are we so stupid?
How have we let this happen?
Goering, you fucking fat cunt. You were meant to bomb these fuckers. What happened?
Oh, yeah,
mate.
You got any gum?
Yeah. So, Lightoller, Charles Lightoller, who, as Charlie has just informed us, was on the Titanic.
Really?
Believe it or
amazing.
not. Incredible.
What a life.
He gets in his little boat and he picks some people up. I don't know how many, but he helps the evacuation, which is a lovely narrative story for someone who had potentially shot women and women and children on the Titanic to go.
It's like a redemption thing.
It's a redemption arc. Yeah. So what are the repercussions of Dunkirk? On the 4th of June, after Operation Dynamo ends and Dunkirk is evacuated, Churchill delivers his "We shall fight them on the beaches. We shall fight them in the bin. We shall fight them in their toilets. Fight them in their bidet." Which I listened to.
We shall fight them on the beaches.
I'm actually. No, my wife works. Yeah. She comes back late from work, so I pick up the kids.
Pregnant.
We're pregnant. We're having a third. Yeah. No, it's shared paternity leave. I'm going to take the time off actually. Yeah. I'm not even. We're not married. I'm not even the father. I'm her birthing partner.
Yeah. I have to leave the room so she can masturbate.
Yeah. Which is fine actually.
Yeah.
I prefer it that way. I wouldn't want to do anything that makes her uncomfortable.
Well, your fucking voice is creeping me out, so that's pretty uncomfortable.
Nonce. This is what a nonce looks like. More like.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
This is what a nonce looks like.
Can we get any edit of that? This is what a feminist looks like. Change feminist to nonce. Can we get that up?
Benedict Cumberbatch. This is what the nonce looks like.
Smuggler.
This is what a nonce looks like. Yeah, it's that, but it just says nonce. Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein's there.
Taylor Swift's. Yeah. I'm a nonce. Anyway, so Churchill delivers the famous speech and also
there should be a Nuremberg trial for everyone who wore this T-shirt.
Yeah, they should. Because
they'd be just as ashamed, I reckon.
They should be wearing the T-shirt at the trial. And I'd like to be the judge. Exhibit A. Look at this.
Guilty.
And I guess what would the poetic justice be in the way that like Hearst was hanged at Auschwitz? What would they'd have to like get 2 guns and go like and like shoot themselves with guns or something?
Listen to themselves on podcasts on repeat, like in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, I don't know. There'd be something with the pointing that would
What point of
point at themselves while they're getting shot in the head. Like this is what execution looks like.
use cosmetic surgery to force their face to be this smug forever.
So they have to walk around like this. Yeah. Anyway, right. So Churchill delivers this famous speech, which there's a nice little aside in that after he makes the speech, he turns to his aide and says, "And we'll fight them with the butt ends of broken beer bottles because that's bloody well all we've got."
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Very droll, Churchill.
Very, very funny guy. But you know, the British public, I guess this G's them up, and there's a whole.
It fires everyone the fuck up.
Everyone gets fucking fired up at this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking yeah.
Fucking yeah. Fuck it. We'll do it live. You know. Because I suppose this is, as we, you know, in this series, we start with the phony war. The war hadn't really been real. Suddenly the Germans start this sort of chemsex warfare. And then, you know, we're completely fucked. We're buggered. We're in a corner. And then, you know, the miracle of deliverance, Churchill calls it. And he says in his speech, he goes, you know, wars aren't won by evacuations. But it is a brilliantly written speech. But I listened to it in researching this, and it is so like... No, they're not.
His delivery is not great.
No, it's pretty like.
The writing's good, but it's pretty drony. The
Get the
delivery.
speech. Find the speech, Charlie.
Do you think Keir Starmer could do a?
We will fight them on the beaches. We'll fight them on the landing
Wars
ground.
are not won by evacuations.
Yeah. Well, we won't necessarily fight the landing grounds because it depends if they're showing aggression.
It's better than to the Raider whose tongue's too big for her mouth. We'll fight them on the beaches.
If necessary, for years. If necessary, alone.
So drunk. Drunkest man of all time.
Remember, he's 35 when he's saying the speech.
It's got that sort of English vicar. Yeah.
I mean, it's brilliantly written, but it is delivered like a bored drunk man.
Yeah, it's like the shipping forecast.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeovil Town 2. Wicked Wanderers nil.
Yeah, it's the scores of the doors.
Yeah, it's the scores.
Crew Alexandra 3. Accrington Stanley 2. And you're trying to work out what the score was by the intonation that when they go like Chelsea 4, Manchester United 5, and they always have to end it.
Yeah,
you know, there's always. And then they go Charlton Athletic versus Wycombe Wanderers, 5 p.m. kickoff.
Do you ever have that thing where you stayed up to watch Match of the Day, but you're too tired and you fall asleep watching Match of the Day?
Oh, yeah.
And you wake up to this guy.
Yeah.
And it's just like a British fever dream. Like, you're half awake. Wycombe Wanderers.
That's Churchill. 5 on the beaches, on the landing ground.
England won.
And everyone's like, what a brilliant speaker.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, this guy, he gets it. Ayatollah's here. The Ayatollah's like, yeah.
Do Saudi Arabia when they beat Argentina, AK-47s.
Oh yeah, this
is British people
after Churchill's speech. It's rousing.
England.
Churchill is sort of had a big dinner, Christmas dinner, and he's now playing charades with the family.
Imagine that acid reflux burps he does.
Oh, Churchill there's never been more acid reflux than Churchill.
Yeah.
This is it. This is Britain after Churchill's "We'll fight them on the bitchy" speech. The doors go off the hinges. Get that out of there. Burning ground. And shopkeepers and bakers up and down this great country are taking TVs off hinges. They're going absolutely stir crazy. AKs in the air, crutch in the air. Yeah. That's Londonistan.
Yeah.
But that's Londonistan after Churchill's speech. They're going absolutely crazy. They've got their their headdresses on. But this cements his like political position. I mean, it is fucking crazy 2 weeks into being Prime Minister.
Yeah, I guess it's the biggest week in British history, probably.
And, you know, there was 2 days where Churchill thought he'd have to bow to Halifax's plan to get the Italians to back channel.
And a Black Monday in there, where they got a great deal.
And they got a great deal on blenders, NutriBullet, smoothie makers.
Yeah.
They got a whole crockery set for under a tenner.
What a week.
Big week. Some interesting moments just to mop up at this buffet of World War II.
Got the bread, go through the pasta sauce.
Exactly. Let's tear off some hunks of French bread, or as they call it, the Maginot line, and just dip it in the juicy sauce that we've got on the plates. So there were initially miscommunications between the British and French on their beach allocations. There were allocated beaches. So
because one of them speaks French, one of them speaks English?
Yeah, well, no, it's probably that all the British were digging holes to poo in, and the French were like, that's our beach. And we're like, yeah, your country's a toilet. So the British were pooing and the French side. French troops at Le Pan threatened the British with guns while trying to break through the barriers to get to the beach. And the confrontation was only broken up when the Germans bombed the town and scattered them.
Diplomatic Germans.
Thank you, the Germans, for having our back in this instance. By Dunkirk harbour, some Brits stormed a French ship, insulted the French, and threw all their guns in the sea when they heard the ship was heading to a French port city. So there were several fights between British and French, and told them it's your country, defend it, before pushing them off the mole into the water. Stories of French men trying to board British boats being thrown back into the water. You know, it softens the heart, flutters the arsehole. Also at Dunkirk were 300 Punjabi mule handlers from the Royal Indian Army Service Corps and other muleteers. I didn't know that was a word.
The three muleteers.
The three muleteers, very different story. The Punjabis Force K6 had been sent to France from India when the British realised that they needed animal power to move their supplies. Some of the soldiers borrowed metal trays from cooks at a train station and began to play Bhangra music. Right. Well, there you go. I don't know why that's relevant. What do they eat on the beach? Like fucking, it's biscuits, bully beef, and mackerel. It's just classic tinned fish. Yeah. This is the tinned
Father,
fish.
Son, and Holy Ghost.
Tinned fish has never been more important to British people than this. Yeah. They're like, thank fuck we've got those tins of beef.
Thank fuck we don't have any taste buds and have no idea what good food tastes like.
Yeah, I know that we were meant to spend the last 3 years developing like high-tech warfare, but thank fuck we put that cow in that tin.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'd be starving here.
To be honest, Britain's lack of sophistication when it comes to food is what saved us in 1940.
Yeah, totally.
The French is like, well, we cannot go forward without a beautifully organic chicken plucked for a coq au vin. We're like, we'll just fucking eat a dry sea biscuit with a fucking cow in a tin.
I'll just smear some tinned cow on that biscuit. Lovely.
Fine, brilliant. Let's go.
That's sorted. And so, when people say this is the turning point in the war, obviously the Battle of Britain's to come. Now,
which is boring.
Which is quite boring.
It's important, but I can't visualise it.
No, it's visually quite difficult.
And also, we kind of completely fucked them.
Yeah, we did dominate them.
Yeah, so it wasn't really it was just a couple of dogfights. That's it.
But again, that's partly because our boys had fucked them so hard over Dunkirk. We took the Luftwaffe lost a lot of planes over Dunkirk.
Really?
Yeah, because the RAF sort of start.
But Dunkirk's obviously so key to the British myth. But when the film came out, you were saying the Americans didn't even know the story. Yeah,
so I was watching some interviews on like late night shows with like Kenneth Branagh, who's in the Dunkirk film, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so Dunkirk, we don't even know the story over here," because I guess the Americans, it's all, they're fighting the rice wines.
Yeah,
and
they've got their own stories.
I'm
sure the Russians don't give a fuck either.
No, they don't give a fuck.
They got.
You think that's heroic? What about Stalingrad?
Yeah, I mean it's nothing compared to Stalingrad.
Yeah, it's like 3 million people just put through a meat grinder.
We just got 300,000 people on the beach just getting sucked off.
Have you seen those videos of Americans who think that London is like a country, or that
Yeah.
It's not a surprise they don't know what Dunkirk is. They don't know that like Spain is.
Yeah, you're one to talk, Charlie.
Yeah, you really. I mean, I was just saying.
I don't know why you're on a fucking high horse.
The U-turn you've had. Those Americans are fucking idiots. Anyway, guys, have you heard about this thing called Dunkirk? Do you know what happened at Dunkirk? I'm waiting for the series where at the end of 5 hours you go, have you heard what happened in the Russian Revolution? Have you heard about this thing? It's fucking insane. Absolutely insane. Well, listen.
It's been a long way at this beach.
It has been a long way at this beach.
And we're finally our boat's here.
Our boat's here, and it's time to depart. The good ship Lily Phillips has arrived, and we're begging for deliverance. Thank you very much for joining us. If you'd like more, then join the Patreon where you get a bonus episode every Friday. Little treat to carry you over to the weekend.
More, even if you're poor.
We know how sad your lives are, and we want to try and stuff as much content down your fat necks as possible.
We're going to turn you into foie gras.
We're going to eat you all at the end of it.
What is it? How's foie gras made? Foie gras.
I don't know. You put a goose in a blender or something.
You fucking you get corn and you stick it down a goose's neck.
You pour porridge into a diesel engine,
right?
And then you.
Well, that's what we're going to do to you with our content, with our relentless march.
So that's Dunkirk. A lovely bit of red meat. We hope you've enjoyed it. Sign up to the Patreon for more. and this has been BumFurk. And obviously there's yin and yang. I imagine next week we'll be doing something incredibly vegetarian.
Yeah.
What goes up must come down. And,
so what kind of topics?
Well, there'll be some fruit medieval shit probably.
Right. Florence Nightingale maybe.
Oh my word, it doesn't bear thinking about. But thank you for joining us. From all of us here at Ploop Hitler Towers. We'll see you next time for more history.
Goodbye.
Good.